One day in my career, I had an epiphany moment. At the time, I was a police captain in a medium-sized municipal police department, and I had been in the rank of police captain for quite some time. The organizational structure of this department started at the top with the police chief, then the deputy chief, and then me. I was definitely in a leadership role. I was part of the strategic apex of the organizational pyramid. But my personal epiphany was this. At the time, I knew nothing about leadership. Oh, I was a great manager. I could manage the heck out of systems and create new systems and track data that we needed for a rapidly growing organization. But leadership? Nope. And worse yet, leadership wasn't being mentored by those above me because they didn't know anything about leadership either. Hi, I'm Bob Wolverton. I'm the founder and CEO of Top Tier Leadership Training. After this upcoming break, I'll take you on my personal journey of what I discovered about interpersonal leadership and what I learned about executive level leadership, and see if any of my journey resonates with your personal or professional experience. So stick around. Before the break, I said leadership wasn't being mentored by those above me because they didn't know anything about leadership themselves. Looking back, I can safely say that because now I have a master's degree in management and leadership. And what was lacking back then is as clear as day to me now. Like I said, I was a great manager. Our organization and the community we served was growing rapidly, and we needed a manager who could collect and interpret data, make presentations to the city council for additional resources to keep pace with the growth, and that's what I excelled at. But no one in the strategic apex of the organization knew anything about leadership. Especially lacking was any knowledge of executive level leadership. Of course, on the day of my epiphany, I didn't even know what executive level leadership was. At the time, I had been to all the required training for my position and much more. I had completed the required 112 clock hours of training for my first level supervision certification. I had completed the required 112 clock hours of training for my middle management career level certification. I was a graduate of the Northwest Law Enforcement Executive Command College, and I was a graduate of the FBI National Academy. And I still didn't know what I needed to know about leadership. So because of my personal epiphany, I started reading every book about leadership I could get my hands on. Any training that had the word leadership in the title, I attended that training. I even started a leadership book club at work and wrote a blog about the progress of the book club and lessons learned from the book club discussions, so others who couldn't attend could still get some benefit from the existence of the book club. But all of these leadership books were about interpersonal leadership, the relationship between the leader and the follower, which was fine. I needed that too. I personally adopted the theory of servant leadership in my daily interactions. But even with all of these books, I still had not heard of executive level leadership. Then I went back to college and got my bachelor's degree in management and leadership. I immediately followed that with getting a master's degree in management and leadership. And while working on my master's degree, I became a leadership instructor at the State Police Academy. Finally, in my master's program, I was introduced to the concept of executive level leadership. And better yet, the two men who mentored me as a leadership instructor at the State Police Academy, well, they were familiar with and promoted the concepts of executive level leadership. Executive level leadership focuses on sense making and direction setting for an entire organization and the strategic planning to get to that destination. Knowing what I know now and looking back, there was no leadership mentoring because nearly all the bosses I had over the course of my career knew very little about leadership, and all but one knew nothing about executive level leadership. And the one that did know, well, he retired very early in my leadership career. And looking around at my industry, and even in the private sector, it wasn't just my organization lacking in executive level leadership. The void of knowledge in this topic is so widespread, which is why I started teaching executive level leadership. It really is the difference between a mediocre or good company, even a bad or failing company, and a really great company. In your mind's eye, think of any company or organization that you think of as a great company, and I can show you specifically what they've done to become a great company. On a personal basis, my personal mission statement is lead, teach, and inspire. The reason I get out of bed in the morning is to help lead people towards business success by teaching them about executive level leadership and inspiring them to envision what they can accomplish both personally and professionally. For me, on an interpersonal level, it all comes back to servant leadership. I aspire to help others succeed and realize their greatest potential as organizational leaders and prevent them from experiencing what happened to me, where one day in their leadership career, they realize they know nothing about leading an organization. When my classes end and I shake the hands of students who, because of what they've learned in my class, are so excited and inspired to return to their organization and make changes that will improve the culture of their organization, that is truly inspirational to me. That's why I do what I do. I'm Bob Wolverton. I'm the founder and CEO of Top Tier Leadership Training. If you personally related to any of my story or want to make your organization a truly great organization, give me a call, send me an email, or visit our website, toptierleadershiptraining.com. I'd love to be able to help you springboard to your personal, professional, and organizational success.